Hello!
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 Whoa,
How good was that?
that was pretty special.
Welcome, good to see you all. We are here, we are back. Nathan has been fiddling with tech again.
Yep.
He doesn't even sleep anymore, he just plays with tech.
Sleep is for the weak, guys. Come on. Keep up. Keep up.
Yeah, we're playing Numenera, and I am the game master. And I feel like I haven't, it's like getting back on a bike after a long time of not riding. I'm just hoping that I can still remember how to do this. So, we'll see how we go.
It was good last time you did it. Do more of that.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't stuff it up, okay, Johnny? Jeez.
That's right.
If you stuff it up, everyone in this chat, including us, will then go after you, okay?
Johnny's going for a PB.
So if everybody
I've been watching the Olympics.
Yeah. Everyone in the chat
I know
can
some.
judge
I know
Johnny
some.
based on his effort.
Yeah, I know some sport words.
Yeah, I'm expecting everyone to give me a score out of 10, and then I'll remove the top score and the bottom score and take the average of the rest.
Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask for a 10, then roll a d8, right?
Yeah, it doesn't help, unfortunately.
You won't win, but you're
Damn
very
you
hard to
statistics.
lose.
That's right.
Awesome.
That was an amazing revelation mid-game.
Hello, Peasant 101. Hi, Miss Cara.
Thank you.
I also made some pretty things down the bottom.
Yay!
Yeah, so nice.
Oh, I like the light going across the...
So we are in the world of Numenera. If you haven't seen Numenera, played Numenera, it's set in the distant future.
It is post-apocalyptic, right?
Well, it's post to the 9 apocalyptic. So
Yeah.
civilization has grown and then had an apocalypse and then been post-apocalyptic and then grown and then gone and then grown and then gone 9 times. So this is the 9th iteration of civilization on planet Earth. Earth does not really resemble the Earth that we know. Civilization doesn't really resemble the civilization we know. A lot of things are kind of, the kind of fantasy world kind of vibe in terms of, Ben is the best DM.
That joke will never get old. That's,
Yeah, I think
I'm sure no one's sick of that at all.
Not at all.
That's good.
Just you, Ben. Just you.
keep saying it every week after week. Make sure that joke's there. Never get a grade on Derek, obviously.
How about we introduce our characters, because I can't even remember all your characters. It will help me and the viewer to know who you are.
Can I say, as a DM, going along and saying, look, I'm doing this for the viewer. Not for me, that I haven't forgotten or remembered. It's just for the viewer.
Nathan, your character, if you will.
Exy. Now, Exy is a very special character because he was my first neutral character, which, for me, being an excessively chaotic person was very difficult. Even going to neutral was hard, but then going to the neutral, it was really kind of difficult. So anyway, I'm boring now, and my name is Exy, and I'm a necklace because I couldn't think of anything more neutral than being a
Family
thing,
heirloom.
just like
An
a thing
inanimate object.
Yeah, look, I'm always hanging, but I can't say that because I'm neutral. So I'd just be like, it was good. So I hang there and I hang around people's necks. But the special thing about me is that I hang around people's necks and then I take over their bodies. I'm not sure if they like it. I don't know what it feels like. All I know is that I get put over a neck and they're mine for like a little bit. And
That's so cool.
That's about as crazy as a character I could ever make, and that's why we're playing it in Numenera.
And who's carrying your jewellery at the moment?
Well, I woke up on a body, and the body had X on it, and then that body died, and then I found another body with XI. So I got my name of Exy because I have an X in my body, but then it could be some form of counting or some form of anything, Nobody knows. It's known but not known information.
That's so cool.
Awesome. Ben?
Did we go through your descriptors?
Oh, no, we didn't.
Does it matter?
A thingy thing who things.
A stealthy Jack who exists partially out of phase is what I've got written here.
That's me.
Oh, bugger. A mystic nano who controls gravity.
That's me.
Yes, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's me.
I just
was
thought I'd
looking for it.
foreshadow Derek's amazing descriptions.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Derek's on mute at the moment, so I don't know.
Oh, whoops.
Are you?
Derek's on mute
Oh.
in VMix.
No, he'll come back.
Am I?
He'll come back. Thank you for letting us know. I presume that's how Nathan worked it out. I know, but not hearing him. So you are listening to the VMix. That's right.
Yes,
That's
so
good.
give us a
Nathan now listens to the VMix. Yes. Me?
Yes.
Well, it's lucky. Lucky Derek was on mute, because then it would have been said twice if I said it too. My character.
I am Underbelly, a tough glaive who never says die.
Except I just said it then. I'm sort of a biomechanically modified tough guy who likes to shoot people and wear armor. He was kind of like an encounters kind of based thing. And then the last game we played, we really did no encountering and did all social stuff. So I hope there's some encounters. And he's like got armor on. He's like got all these special recovery things, and he can push through the pain. And he's got good guns and
But
things.
not emotional
and he's
pain.
big.
So how's
Not
he
emotional pain.
Yeah. So he has tough
good.
times.
I try not to think about it, you know?
Oh,
And he thinks like that because whenever you get a new toy,
Overusing technology? I can't imagine what you mean.
awesome.
I like it.
And
I like
Derek,
it. Derek's back. Cool.
Am I back? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I am playing Flair Amano. I am has been previously previewed.
Hopefully, that's right.
I am a stealthy Jack who exists partially out of phase. So I'm a teenage woman who has a suit of a nano suit. So it gives me advantages to stealthing and jumping and all sorts of stuff like that. And yeah, generally is a bit whimsical and a bit kind of fight for the underdog, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
awesome.
In perfect sync, Johnny.
Well, maybe. You have to
That's
ask Nathan
true.
whether that
That's
was in
true. That's
perfect
right.
sync.
I heard you in perfect sync. Who the heck knows once it goes down the pipers?
In the Australian internet land, it could have been way out of sync.
That's right.
What?
Awesome. So our adventurers,
Wow, we said that right in sync, Johnny. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
our adventurers are living dangerously. In our last adventure, they went through some things, and so you've been, exploring the world, searching for artifacts, ciphers, treasures, and we're kind of going to pick things up. What's the phrase? In media res.
Yes.
You are currently exploring in a strange location, which I think I can. Oh, there it is.
Woo!
So you are in this deep ravine. The three of you have left your other friends in the ship, and you've gone to explore. You've heard rumors that there are some really valuable artifacts somewhere in this ravine. Perhaps they've been buried somewhat under the sand that has come blowing down from the desert up on the surface above. So you might have to kind of search around and dig around for them. Some of you might have abilities that help you somewhat to find things that might be buried and hidden. You're searching high and low, trying to find anything of value.
It's like a combination
What-
of like June and Mad Max. Like,
Yeah. What are your strategies for finding things in this ravine?
I brought a large spade. I'm going to dig it up If I just keep digging, I'm sure to run into something. This seems the way it is in these lands.
Seems fair.
So yeah, he's sort of like just piling into the sand, with great flurries of sand flying out behind him. He
Just
does
at random.
just at random, yeah, like enthusiastically. Yeah, you know, like he's seen people dig before, and you know, you bang into a sarcophagus or whatever, and you scratch the top off and slide it aside, and yeah.
Well, I'm just going to go and put it out there that I'm a ship, so I'm going to scan with my shippiness.
Yeah.
How are you a ship?
Well, okay.
Well,
Well, I'm
you're
not really a
connected
ship.
with
I'm
the
a
ship.
necklace.
Yeah.
You might have known. I said that before. But I'm a ship because the ship that is commanded by this being that sits in the back, and you put me on. When you go into the ship, you put the necklace over, and that's how we're able to fly it. Or at least that's what we were flying last time.
Cool. So we can do that to get you to scan.
Yes, and I do the beep beeps and the bubs, and I do the scanning. It's never worked, just putting it out there, but it's always come up with something, but we don't know what it means.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think when you were on the ship, because the ship is up on the surface of the desert, and you guys have come down into the ravine post scanning.
Yes, because
you
there's
know
some
that
signs.
in the ravine. There is something here. It's not just rumors. The scanning is confirmed that there are things to find down here.
I
don't think the scanning's quite accurate enough that you know within a square meter exactly where it is.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
using
just
I'm
so
using
you've
a
got some
grid.
idea.
I'm using a grid method. You know, touching each bit sort of for a little while, frantically digging.
So after
But I mean,
3
if anyone
hours
else has a
and
better
14
idea.
holes, can I do a bit of I don't know. Can I use because I'm a gravity. So can I use gravity to kind of like make?
Lift the sand.
Yeah,
Sand
you
flow
can move
upwards.
the sand around.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna start like walking along and like lifting sand up with my hands, passing the man
that's
who.
pretty cool.
I like
and I
it.
do this after 3 hours of Ben's character shoveling, not because I wanted to or I did it out of a joke. It was just because I was waiting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna basically
What about
roll
you?
gravity to walk along and just kind of like raise sand as I walk around.
Yeah. I like it. What about you, Derek?
I don't know. I'm trying to. I'm searching through my equipment, trying to find something that might be useful. I'm not really equipped for this sort of thing. I do have cat's eyes, which allows me to see in almost pitch darkness. Does that help at all?
So there are, as you can see in the picture, there are kind of crevices and nooks and crannies in the walls of the ravine. So maybe you can see into them if there's things kind of tucked away.
Yeah, I like that idea.
behind.
The other thing that I'm going to do is this nano skin that goes out all over my body. I'm going to hold out my hand and I'm going to stretch out the nano skin and just kind of look for tiny permutations in the air currents down here to see if there are caves or some kind of breezes that might give away an entrance to some underground area. That's
Yeah, I like it. So how about you each make a roll
Cool.
relative to those things that you're doing?
Digging.
So digging would be a might roll, I think.
Excellent. So if I have 1 effort and 2 edge, I can just take 1 off the difficulty, or it becomes 1 better already without any cost. Is that right?
Yes.
Even if it was just 1 edge and 1 effort. Okay, good. So I got a 7 already, so that's an 8.
As in a... Hang on.
I'm going to always talk in terms of Numenera values, so 1 through 7. 19 to 20 is a 7, is that right?
Yeah, so you rolled
Yes.
I
I rolled a 19,
He rolled really well.
and with
Can
my
I say
effort,
Nikki gets it?
yeah,
A 19 is a whatever it's called, a critical success.
but that's but
That's
I rolled a 22.
Well, yeah, but So the natural number on the dice are important for crits. So a 20 is a major crit and a 19 is a minor crit. And in combat, an 18 and a 17 are also you do extra damage. So and a 1 is a critical fail.
So there's a distinction. Okay, good, fine, excellent.
That's got great. The silver medal, like the Olympic.
Why don't they just use it? Why don't they just use a D20? But they do use a D20.
You do use a D20. But you are using a D20.
Only got 7 numbers on it, but then 2 of them are extra different. No. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I'm not going to complain.
Not complaining. It's good. Everybody's a winner. Go.
So let's say not only do you find something, but you're going to find something good.
With the shovel randomly sticking in the middle of a desert. I love it.
I'm moving a lot of sand because he is very, very strong. His spine and muscles and everything is all enhanced mechanically and nanotechnologically.
So you clunk, your shovel clunks against something hard and metallic sounding, and you pull the rest of the sand off. And what you discover is a large, not large, about this big, strange-looking metal box.
Look what I found!
Which is, with a bit of exploration, you find that it's a lightning wall projector. Ooh. It creates a wall of lightning.
Oh wow!
30 feet by 30 feet, 1 foot thick, and it inflicts 1d6 plus 2 damage on anything that tries to pass through the wall.
Nice.
So you might want to write that down somewhere.
Can I say
excellent at blocking things?
I look very I like the look of that shovel now. Look, I mocked it before as I was walking around like Magneto lifting up sand, but like, look, it seems like it did the job.
Yeah.
What was the damage? 1d6 plus
1d6 plus 2.
Man,
which is quite good.
Wow. How long does it last for?
Yeah.
It lasts for 10 minutes.
And then it's dead, is that right? That's the thing.
And it's a one use.
Yeah.
Oh. It's a cipher, so you can use it one time only, and then it will never work again.
I'm going to never use it because I'm always going to save it up for some moment that might be better than this current moment.
Welcome to my health potions in every game I ever play.
Wow, that's super cool.
Yeah.
You literally caught box of lightning. I like it.
What do you roll? What do you roll to move sand and look under things? Is that I don't even remember. Is it intellect?
Yeah, it would be intellect, which is surprisingly my best stat
for the gravity.
And
it's not my best stat.
And consistently, I have gone and rolled a 3, not like Numenera 3, not like.
All right, not a 3-3.
Yeah, no, I just moved a whole heap of sand. It didn't dig as much as it just did. Just like cover the important spots.
All right.
So yeah, basically, I failed on every single level.
No, level 3. Level 3.
Yeah.
That's it's not too bad.
You find a thumbtack that has 1 jolt of lightning in it that can annoy someone.
A thumb tap of getting stabbed slightly.
As you're lifting up sand. Ooh. You notice through your gravity sense that you've lifted up something that isn't sand. What it is it's a tiny little vial of anti-venom that will make you immune to poisons.
Yep.
Of the same level or lower than the level of the anti-venom. And it's level 2. So any poison level 1 or 2. This anti-venom will work for.
How many levels are there?
I don't know. Is it necklace?
800.
So obviously it's for keeping your
rust.
body alive, which, is useful to you somewhat.
Yeah, look, anybody does it, But yes, no, I take that and I put it in my pocket.
Yeah.
Because I am neutral about it. Some may say beige.
Cool. All right.
And
shall I give a roll?
So, is this a? Yeah. What do you get?
This is a natural 1.
Oh. So that's what we call a GM intrusion.
Okay. Oh dear.
A GM intrusion. Explain that one, Johnny.
So
I
demon
should, like, do it-
intrusions are basically the effect of a critical fail, but also they can happen at other times whenever the GM feels so inspired as to intrude. In this particular case, you don't get anything for it. Usually, if it's just me wanting to intrude, I offer you an inspiration point
It's called
in
common courtesy.
return
Yeah.
for the intrusion. But when you roll a 1, you just get the intrusion free of charge.
No, okay.
Nice.
As you are looking down these dark crevices in the ravine, you see something strange, a kind of glowing light, really faint at first, but with your dark vision, it's not called dark vision, is it?
Cat's eyes.
That's cat's eyes, because that's copyrighted, I'm sure. With your cat's eyes, you can see this kind of glowing, and so you think, well, there must be something in there, and so you go into the depths, and this strange creature reaches out and grabs your hand.
Oh, nice.
Can I say, to be called strange on Numenera is kind of like, that's like, yeah.
Do we notice?
It's
Does he
being
cry
called
out or?
warm-blooded.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm going to.
that didn't work.
It's blue! It's blue!
It's blue, everybody! Watch out! It's blue! Grab his hand!
I run away from the blue.
All right. Well, I had a picture, but
Yeah.
that isn't it.
Oh,
Obviously,
no.
that's all right.
So it's
So
grabbed
this-
my hand.
Describe it in horrifying detail, Johnny.
Sure. Well, you don't really. You just see a sort of a glowing light, but it's almost like the light is semi-corporeal and kind of has enough substance to it to take hold of you, but isn't substantive enough to really make out any shape to it. You've kind of just been attacked by the light. And you better take some damage.
Oh, okay.
Because,
Wow.
you know, these things are nasty. Except I've lost my page.
How do I even
Is it the
take
first one?
damage? I have armor +1.
So the armor will give you that's damage reduction, and you basically
Yeah.
lose might pool, I believe.
Yeah, so you lose might pool first, and then you lose... If you've lost all your might, then you start losing your speed, and if you've lost all your speed, then you start losing your intellect, and if you lose everything, you're dead.
Uh-huh.
So, occasionally, the type of effect will mean that you don't lose might, you lose speed or intellect instead. But in this case, it's just vanilla damage, so it's might. So you take 3 points minus the 1 for your armor means 2 points.
And does he
of
cry out?
damage.
Does she cry out, in fact? Sorry.
Yes, she.
So, yeah, I will definitely... Sorry, how much points did I lose?
So you lost 2 might points.
2
'cause
might
It does 3
points.
damage, but you said you had a +1
Okay.
armor.
And where do I put that on the character sheet?
Just cross.
Damage.
No, you just cross out your might and write the lower number.
Okay.
But
So-
leave your max might possible.
Has your
restored,
group been
obviously.
suffering from playing too much D&D Beyond and having everything at the click of a finger? Not the sheet where you have to use pen and paper to be able to put numbers in different places and remember such things.
Oh dear. It's very hard to change systems.
Yep. And particularly with Numenera because we don't play this all that often. So
It is great.
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Yeah, so this kind of gold glowing light, well, I don't know, glowing, almost like a flickering, and it sort of zaps your hand, and it feels hot, but it doesn't look like flames. It's like a flickering light.
And she doesn't cry out or give us any indication for us to help.
So
cry
yeah,
out?
I will cry out at this point and scream out, something's got me!
Flare! Flare!
And I go running over to her, hefting my... I throw the spade down and pull out my gun thing.
Yeah.
I think the spade would have got you there, but like that
My
thing.
double-bladed... my buzzer. I pull out my buzzer.
I'm going to hover over at great, at a moderately good speed, like enough to know that I care, but not enough to show that I'm too caring.
Neutral.
Yeah,
At a neutral speed.
yeah. I'm like the equivalent of a friend zone person.
What do we see? Is it still holding her?
I'm.
No, it sort of zapped her, and when she pulled her hand back, it didn't.
Ah.
It
What?
didn't hold her. She pulled away.
What happened?
successfully.
Are you alright? Where did it go? Are we
there's
being
something-
attacked?
There's something in there. It's some kind of phased thing. So I have a fair bit of experience with phased things, right?
Yeah, you are a phased thing.
I am a
aren't you?
phased thing. So when it touched me, did I get an idea of like the resonance that it was on?
Yeah, I like that.
It's blue again.
It's 'cause
Let's
it's
say
out of
that it's a
phase.
blue light, not a
I
gold light.
love it. I
Oh,
love
damn
it.
right
That
it is.
image actually works. You just rearrange your mind palace.
So I'm gonna
Yeah. How much do you know about these creatures, I wonder? Yeah. Maybe you could make an intellect roll to see if you recognize what might have attacked you.
Okay. I get a 13 on the roll, so that's what, a 4?
4, yeah. So you're pretty sure.
13's a 5.
No, it isn't.
You said a 1, 2, and 3 are 1. A 4, 5, 6 are 2. 7, 8, 9 is 3.
Oh, yeah.
10, 11, 12
Right.
is 4. So 13's a 5. Yeah.
He's got the
Yep.
skills.
I did it myself
He
with
can
chart.
do math. Yeah, well, yeah, a 4 would have been enough. So a 5 is definitely enough. So you think it's probably an Irulian. And Irulians are alien creatures. They're not from Earth, but they are occasionally found on Earth, and they are primarily a creature made of energy. Although they can take a physical form when they want to. So
Not tonight, but
they can kind of live in between being energy and matter as they wish, which means that when they're in energy form, they can pass through solid matter.
Yeah.
So it can move in and out of the rock, which is kind of what it seemed to do as it came towards you.
Cool.
try it again.
I'm still not certain that this is a malicious thing. I think it's got. Here we go.
Exy,
that does-
watch the perimeter.
So
I'll investigate.
that image is the two different forms. So you're currently looking at that gold shape in the background.
Okay.
If it took physical
cool.
form, it would look like that brain stem thing in the foreground. So it doesn't look like that right now. But Derek's character knows that it could.
So I
say, I will try and coax it to its physical form. So I'm picking up on that resonance that it struck me with, and I'm popping out my forearm blade and attuning it to the same kind of resonance and attacking.
I draw my double-bladed staff and stand there ready, since she seems to know what she's doing.
Yeah.
Both
All
of them
right,
are
Derek.
real weird. You're right. That is strange. Go
Cool
for it.
picture.
Is
That's
that
why
a
I wanted the picture.
yeah? Is that a speed?
Yeah, let's say that's a speed.
Okay, I've got 2 edge in speed. So I can use one of them or both of them.
How much effort do you have, Derek?
2 effort.
Then you can spend 2 effort, and it won't cost you any of your pool because you've got 2 edge.
Okay, so my goal here is to kind of attack it and disrupt its ethereal form so that it has to revert to its physical form.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But not make it angry.
So I rolled a 10, and with my 2 edge, does that make it a 5?
6.
6.
Yeah.
Ask the calculator. He'll tell you.
I'll send you the chart on Discord, and then
Okay.
you can all look at it.
So you're in kind of it's in a confined space. Well, kind of. It can move through the walls, so it's not really confined. But as far as you're concerned, it's confined. So you're kind of stabbing this blade down this crevasse. That's not the word for it. What do you call it?
Cave?
Cave. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, you sort of pierce into that gold, sort of glowing, thrumming energy space.
Yep.
And it seems to retract back into the cave wall.
It might be a smart enemy since it can turn into a brain.
What is it? Why are you attacking the wall? Is someone attacking us? Are they hidden? Is there a door?
I love that you're just freaking out at every moment. Where are they? What are they doing?
I have no information. I just know that she screamed, and she's like, now she's going at the wall.
Well, yeah, I tried to coax it out. It has a physical form with a giant eye and a tentacle, but I'm unable to. It has retreated.
You mean it's just energy now, but it has a physical form?
Yes, if we can find it, we can perhaps. I start to back away from the wall because I don't want it to sort of jump out at me again, and I start to, push. Sorry, what's your name? Ben? Arlish? Aish?
I am Underbelly.
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 So I start sort of pushing Underbelly back away from the wall so that we can, if it comes to us, it has to come out fully from the wall.
Awesome.
Can I attack the
I'm
wall
happy to be pushed back.
with gravity?
Can you attack the wall?
It's a new attack the darkness style, but like I'm just thinking if I can put a jolt in the wall so it might actually come out. Like you know when like you got there's like something behind it, you can hit the wall and they might go "Mrr," and scurry out.
You could try.
Look, it's a
I won't
giant
stop you
brain.
from
It's not going to
trying.
work, but
I can't promise it'll work, but you can do it.
thank you for dealing with my stupidity, Johnny. I appreciate it. And that's just using my gravity as an onslaught. Or just, yeah. Yeah, nah. Let's be honest. I'm there. If I have to roll for it, it's never going to happen. In my head, that's why I'm neutral, because nobody can ever hurt me. Protected.
So are you are you looking down the cave, or have you, Derek? You said that you'd sort of stepped back.
Oh, it is a cave, not just a wall.
Well, it was down a little cave in the wall.
Okay, yeah, okay.
That
And
then
Derek
it went
reached
into-
his hand in and got zapped.
So basically, I've come up behind and just thrown a bit of gravity at the wall, and just the wall's gone like doosh.
Yeah. The word I was looking for was crevice.
Crevice.
Yes. Okay, that makes more sense now.
Crevice
And is the
on-
crevice something
Cave
that we
sounds
could-
big. Crevice is only really big enough for an arm to go through.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
No.
And not a
Claustrophobic.
body? Could we fit down it?
No.
Okay.
What about a necklace?
Just toss the necklace in.
Recon.
So you're all sort of huddled around this crevice, and you notice as you're looking intently, but out of the corner of your eye, you suddenly notice to to your left, if you're on the left of the group, or to your right, if you're on the right, there's actually a couple more of these things coming at you, one from each side, almost in a coordinated flanking maneuver.
Watch out!
Clever girl.
I'm on the left. I'm going to swing at it. I'm ready for danger, ready for action.
I love that. As a
With your-
combat
with your
character,
staff.
as a combat character, you're like, yeah, and the guys can like, where can like totally like can be like your weapon won't be able to hit them kind of thing. But
Can I attack?
Something
You can.
hit.
Awesome. I use an effort, which is just moderated with my might, with my edge, and I have a 4th level success.
Yeah, so your staff passes through it, and it doesn't seem to be affected at all, except that it stops dead in its tracks. It doesn't keep advancing. So it's within arm's reach of you, because you did seem to hit the space it was occupying. But its energy state and your physical weapon don't seem to affect each other.
if only you had a box pen, maybe a magical one, puts up a large
makes a
wall.
wall.
And
It makes just a wall. I'm not sure where we put the wall when they're surrounding us. We could stand inside the wall.
Exy,
That'd be
you're
bad.
on the right hand side of this
Currently in combat with a
trio.
wall.
So
yes.
there's one coming at you from the right.
Okay, so I'm going to use so basically I'm going to like I've been watching a bit of Avatar, and they're kind of like, you know, when they throw their hands down, they fire energy at the ground, they fire themselves up a little bit. I do that, but gravity, and then I fire a bolt of gravity from my hands directly at them. Kind of like it's like you know the force pulling you down on the ground, but from the side.
I like it.
But I don't want to be too descriptive because I know it can be scary to some people watching. But I just want to, you know,
That's cool.
that's where I'm going with it. And if it's too much, you can turn off the stream. Be careful. You've been warned. All right, so I do that. Let me roll
Make a
under
roll.
a 5. I rolled a 5. Legitimately.
Like the number 5 or
Yeah,
level
the number
5?
5. So it's no, like, yeah.
Okay.
So it did work.
Ben was excited for a second.
I thought that was a good thing.
Yeah.
These dice don't sort of bring themselves into the foreground every single roll or anything, do they?
No, well, look,
Good.
honestly,
the way it's so smooth.
yeah, I like D&D Beyond
so-
because the random is like
Do we just
proper
need-
random.
Do we just need to
So
buy
there's
like
kind of a
Numenera dice?
rippling wave of sand in the background where your gravity sort of missed its target and hit the ground
But did it miss?
behind the target. And that's all.
I've never hit anyone, so I'm pretty much a pacifist at the moment. So
Derek, you've seen to your left and to your right Ben and Nathan making these moves, and when you're about to assist one of them, the original Aurelian comes straight at you out of the solid rock,
Cool.
and you barely have time to react, but I will let you.
All right,
Because it's fun.
Yeah, I will fling my forearm blade up through it to try and sever it, and yes, I'm trying to get between myself and Ben and Nathan so that we've got our backs to each other. Is that?
Nice. We will also look cool, which is super cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I
the
got another
Avengers.
10.
Is that
Um,
a 10 or a 10?
That's
So,
a
which is a level 4.
which is a level
Okay.
4.
hey,
Yeah.
don't be disappointed at a 10. That's a
that's much
a
better than
reasonable
Nathan's.
roll.
No, it's just I rolled a 10 already. I was hoping for
So
like
Some
you-
people dream
Your,
of 10.
your blade does pass through the sort of energy form within arm's reach of you as it comes at you, and it stops dead. A foot from your face,
Okay.
just like Ben's did. And actually, Nathan, yours has stopped short of you as well.
A
So you're
sympathetic
sort
stop. Like, oh, okay, I'll slow down for the child.
Hold, they're not attacking.
Yeah.
Hello?
Is this a stop like a hard stop?
Yeah, and
Do they look friendly? They're just blobs of light at the moment.
Blobs of glowing light at the
But
moment.
a friendly light?
Underbelly holds up his staff, kind of in one hand. One hand puts in the sand and holds his hands up.
Whoa, lighty light.
You hear a voice
Oh,
coming out of the light in
it super
response
deep?
to you. I don't know whether I can. I don't have Ben's tech, but the voice says,
you might have, however, talent, which is can make a difference.
"What are you doing in our lair?"
We didn't know we were in your lair. We were just exploring for pretty things. Have we disturbed you?
Those are owls. And in that moment, all three of them, in an instant, change state into their physical form.
Nice.
Terrifying as it is. And all three of their tentacle tails whip out at the three of you.
It's not very friendly.
I'd say it's not smart, but it probably is.
Each of them inflicts 4 points of damage, less whatever your armor reduction does, of might damage.
My armor is thick and tough.
Honestly,
the hard
I was-
hide of a creature, and I only take 1 point of damage.
I was going to go with intellect damage because giant brains, but no, they're mighty too.
Yeah, no. It's using their mighty whip.
If they can hit us, we can hit them, baby.
All right.
I'm gonna swing as soon as you let me.
Yeah, I think you were first. Were you first? Oh no. Yeah, you were. 3 players.
I swing
Initiative order.
forward. I roll a 1 on both the success level and the die.
Oh wow.
GM intrusion. What can we do?
Wow, that was bad. Time for a 1.
Yeah.
No.
As you swing at it, its tail tentacle thing blocks your swing by grabbing your wrist and wrapping
nice.
around and wrenches your staff out of
So
your
the
hand.
staff is like a long wooden staff with blades, like sort of magical steel, sharpened, ever sharp titanium edged blades. So it can quite happily grab my arm and the staff as well and just yank it out of me. Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Yeah.
Uh
So
oh.
you've been disarmed.
Oh, nasty thing.
It really answers that brain versus brawn argument, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Nathan.
Ouch. I have other weapons. Don't worry.
Yeah. I imagine
What are
you're
you
the
gonna do
one
in
with like
response to
40
being whipped?
weapons that you just keep pulling out from everywhere. I just look at him, I lean forward and go, you're interesting, aren't you? And I just start getting like gravity. I'm like, should I do this? And look directly in his eye. And can I just be honest? I'm staring down the one eye. I've got 2 versus 1, so I've like got advantage on that, right? I got to work in anything I got here. Like, I'm distracting him, and he's
Yeah.
jealous
So-
because of my both eyes. I've got depth
So
perception.
is this like an intimidation kind of?
But I'm kind of
thing
so
you're trying to
neutral.
do?
I'm kind of like I'm even leaving him stumped. He's very confused about me. Yeah, I'm kind of like
So you're it's a confusion attack.
yeah. It's more like trying to push as many lucks as I can before I have to roll a dice. That's what I'm not rolling with. I'm pushing forward.
All right.
So what does he say back to me?
He says, "I am not afraid of you."
Why do you need to be?
That's all he has time to say, I think, before Derek has to respond to his.
We're gonna have a
Aurelian.
deep intellectual conversation.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
All right. I really feel like I want to kill these things. So,
That was my general concept.
yeah, I'm not down for the talkie. I feel like I might want to put myself. Can I get any distance between them? No, we've kind of backed ourselves into a corner.
You're in a tight spot,
Yeah.
quite literally.
All right. So I'm going to I'm going to try and set up the forearm blade so that it resonates again and maybe disrupts their physical form and reach out and slash against them. So I get a 13 this time.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And
How much damage do you do?
I don't know. What does a forearm blade do?
You don't have that written next to it?
That does
somewhere?
it does a normal damage. So it's what is it? Forearm blade is mod is 1 step and damage is 2.
So 2 damage.
2 damage.
Cool.
Yeah, everything does
write
one
that down.
like 2 or 4 damage. It's very simple.
Yeah. And I mean, you're used to games where creatures have 50, 60, 80 hit points that you
Yep.
have to work off, and Numenera doesn't work that way. So 2 sounds like you've hardly scratched him, but you seem to have done a little bit of damage.
Okay.
I'm not saying all the puns that are going through my head. I just want everyone to know.
Good on you. Control.
Yeah. So let's say that you slice off the end of the tentacle, and
This
it
is
kind
not.
of
This is not the one that has my double-ended blade. Eh?
screeches and takes half a step back from you
Nice.
in pain.
Half a horrifying, screechy, squirrely drift.
Can you imagine you like hit them? You have a successful hit and you like wipe out their memory of a loved one. You're like, oh, I feel bad now. Like,
Brain damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's their turn.
It's their turn. Oh, good. So
what do you?
Do your worst, or optionally do considerably less than your worst.
I'll start a conversation.
So coming from behind you, and from beyond the 3 that are attacking you, come 3 more of these things in their energy form, glowing towards you, and accompanying them is this strange amalgam that is got 6 eyes and 6 tails. It kind of looks like 6 of them are mated together. And it comes from directly above you in its physical form, descending, sort of floating down towards you.
Okay.
And you hear a voice say, "You will be sorry you tried to steal from me. Me.
Hang on, did he echo himself?
He echoes because there's actually 6 voices in chorus, but I don't have Ben's voice mod for that.
No,
so you
that's-
just have to use your imagination.
It's tough. Some of us has to.
And in that moment, you kind of go into a sort of overloaded state. It sort of feels like there's 1,000 things happening simultaneously, and you can't possibly take everything in all at once. This creature that's descending down to you seems to be right in your face, and then it seems to be above you again, and then in your face again, and then sort of glitching in and out of its location. The 6 that were around you disappear and then reappear, and then they're on your left, and then they're on your right, and then they're attacking. You're sort of in paroxysms of pain in all of your limbs and all over your body. And then suddenly everything is dead silent. I don't know if you can do that for us, Ben. Dead silent and dead like complete blackness. You can still feel the feeling of the sand, so you know that you're still way in the desert space that you were in this ravine, but you can't seem to see or hear anything at all. What would you like to do?
Do I feel my body? Like, am I on a body, or am I just like actual necklace mode?
No, you're still on the body, the XE body that you were on. But the body seems to be... seems to be something different about it that's taking you a while to quite figure out what's happened.
So can I just not see because I'm lying face down in sand, which I can feel, or like, is it dark? Like I roll over to my side and open my eyes?
You're lying on your back. You
Okay.
can tell which way down is.
So
the ground is against your back.
I am underbelly reaches up, sort of, oh,
And wait.
and waves his hand around.
Yeah, it doesn't
I can't
feel
see it
like
at
your
all.
hand.
And I can't see it at all. Is it pitch black or?
Yeah, no, you're still in pitch black, and the hand doesn't feel like your hand.
Flair? Exie?
I hear his voice, do I?
You don't hear anything. No,
Oh.
he can call out, but the two of you can't hear him.
Oh, thank God.
I'm going to
No, I
do
mean-
that thing.
And in fact, Ben, Underbelly has that thing where you try to talk with noise cancelling headphones on. Like you can't hear your own voice. You know that you're making a sound, but you can't hear it.
Nice. That's freaky.
I what is the thing? I have no mouth, but I must scream.
Matrix.
Sure.
He feels his mouth. I feel my mouth to see if it's there, and why am I not making a yelling sound? Do I have hands?
Yeah, you can feel your mouth. You have a hand, but it doesn't feel like your hand.
Just say that again. Sorry, I just missed it.
I said you have a hand, but it doesn't feel like it's your hand.
Okay, cool. But I can feel my lips and my tongue and my teeth.
Yep.
And
You feel tongues and teeth, right?
So you seem to have a sense of touch, but your hearing and sight are gone.
he's beginning to freak out a little bit. And I can.
What
Okay,
about
Derek.
my sight? Do I see anything with my cat's eyes?
No.
I'm going to do that thing where somebody's lying on their back, and because she's so lithe and athletic and gymnastically adept, she pulls her knees up to her chest and then flips up onto her feet.
You kind of overshoot on your flip up, and you stumble and fall and sort of slump against smash against and then slump down against the rock wall in front of you.
So there's a rock wall.
Yes, so you must still be in the ravine.
Okay. I grab a hold of the wall and start to stand up and use it as a guide, and I call out to the other two. Ixie!
You don't hear your own voice, and they don't hear you either.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna go just to rush to get through this. I'm gonna do the exact same thing as everybody else. Where is everybody? What can I do? Then I'm going to put my hands on the ground. I'm going to send a vibration through gravity through the ground around me. That's kind of like when a kid's lost and they have like a little tag that says the parent's name on there and the mobile number, like that. Like just like, I'm over here. So people can vibe me through gravity vibrations just as much as I can. So then they they know I'm around. This is more of a common occurrence.
Feel the ground shake, and it's up to you whether you recognize that feeling as friendly.
Yeah, it's been every wake up for the last few mornings. Like,
So Underbelly calls out silently and sort of commando crawls towards where the vibration might be coming from. Can you tell where it is? Do you want me to roll to see if I can?
You also need to command a roll as well.
Yeah.
It's important.
Well, no, commando crawls. Just digging his elbows into the sand.
Your elbows?
Well, I don't know whose elbows they are, but
Somebody's
the elbows that I have
yep.
control of.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you going in any particular direction?
Towards the source of the vibrations using my great knowledge of seismology.
Yeah.
Commando crawls.
Good one. Yeah. Well, I'm going to say that you do manage to find Exy's form.
Okay. So I grab Exy's body and sort of the body that Exy's on, and we touch, and do we feel each other? Do we feel normal?
There is a way for us to communicate, Ben.
Yeah.
You don't like it. You never have. But I am a necklace.
I could,
Put him on.
yeah. Do I find the necklace around the Exy body?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. Not knowing what to do, I can't try and shout, obviously, in silence again. So then I grab the necklace off the body and let it go slumping to the ground. I try and remember where I put it, and I place the necklace over my own head. Neck.
My plan has worked.
Nathan, you actually do very, very, very faintly hear the shouting.
What?
Just even though he's like inches from you, you can hear it only very faintly. But maybe you're reassured that you do maybe have a tiny bit of hearing. And then the necklace disappears.
It takes away the silence, because the sound of silence kills. And so I feel him taking the necklace, and I allow him to do it. If he wants to.
Oh, I'm just doing what you said,
But
I do want to,
I didn't say it because I can't say anything.
That's right.
Because I don't metagame, unlike other players, lower tier.
Wow.
I'm joking massively. I'm the biggest metagamer in the world. And then again, I don't game because I just roll ones, so I'm just more of a disadvantage.
So what can I communicate with the necklace once it goes on to me? Assuming direct control. Yeah, this will go well.
So what happens, Nathan, when someone else takes your necklace?
Usually what happens is I have a sense of being where I can actually understand what they are. So there's not so much as a conversation as much as I can feel and understand their body. So I can kind of get so it's not a form of direct communication. I kind of take on their being and all that kind of stuff, and then I can release the necklace back, and I have a very good understanding of what they're about. And they also have a better understanding about me, because what I'm doing is thinking thoughts that they can read and hear, but they can't. So they can't. It's kind of like the night terrors where people wake up and they can't move, but they can their eyes move everywhere. It's like that. They're in no control.
Sleep paralysis. Yeah.
But I can think thoughts to be able to pass information across. So it's like a bit of a one-way communication. I can hear them and then I can communicate back, but I can't hear back from them is essentially it.
I like it. So when you take stock of this body, you
memories and stuff like that, yeah.
You notice that the left leg of this body is not the left leg that should be there. It's actually the left leg of your other body that you just took the necklace off.
Oh, God.
You can tell Ben that if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to tell Ben that. You are part me now. Freaking right out.
And then do you take the necklace back again? Is this just a quick transfer and then put it back, or are you going to...
I'd examine the leg, get a proper full examination as much as I can with my knowledge. As soon as I'm kind of ready for him to deal with him, I'm gonna.
I try to respond. I make my hands feel each other. Do they feel like not my hands and someone else's hands? The hands of a 19-year-old girl.
Yeah, one of your hands doesn't seem to be nearly big and muscly enough, and is kind of feminine feeling.
That's scary.
You know when
Not
you're
that
like,
I've got anything
I've got a
against
title
19-year-old
for a
got hands. It's just when they're attached to me, actually.
Well, yeah, especially because your character is like massive and muscly,
Yeah.
and then he's got this sort of lithe, young
Yeah, that's really weird.
arm on him.
That's really weird. He's just freaking
Really
out.
ill-fitting.
Like maybe he pulls the necklace off and throws it like into like the dark. No, I won't do that. That would be
No,
me.
you can't pull the necklace off. If the necklace is on, you're mine.
Okay, I want to. He desperately tries to it, but he can't as long as he can smell it.
But then I take it off and put it back on my body. But then you get to realize it's not your legs or anything. You're basically
That's
legless
horrifying.
and armless. You're not armed.
Can I see if I can find Ben's character?
Yeah.
I'm shouting and thrashing and crying out, so maybe there's a little bit of noise.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so I think
Shouting,
little by little your
rushing,
senses are
crying
starting
out.
to return
okay.
to you, and I think for you, because of your cat's eyes, your sense of sight comes back a little bit ahead of your sense of sound. So I think, like being in a really, really, really dark room, and then your eyes sort of adjust to the darkness, you're starting to be able to kind of make out the movement and the shape of Ben thrashing is kind of,
Yep.
you can kind of vaguely see where that might be.
And am I back in the? Am I in the chasm in the?
Rushing.
Yeah, we're in this main ravine.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I've got girly hands.
All right. I go over and I get to Underbelly and so stop your thrashing. Calm yourself.
No, Flair, well, I've got your hand. It's attached to me.
Who? What? I have my hands. I look down at
You
my.
look down. One of your arms is massive and clearly not yours. Also, one of your legs is not yours.
Is the same side?
No, opposite.
Opposite.
Oh, you're mean.
Your
That was a
legs.
Like,
mean
keep track
decision
of
there,
who's
Johnny.
got what. So Derek, you have an arm of underbelly and a leg of Exy.
Okay.
I have Flair's left arm.
So I freak out a little bit,
Yeah.
and
Roll sanity.
what did these creatures do to us? Do I know anything about these creatures? Is this something that is this a power that they have?
Not that you're aware of. No, this is outside of your knowledge of these creatures. You know that they can, especially the master, which was that 6-headed one, has a lot of kind of psychic powers, so the blinding and the deafening and all that sort of stuff fits neatly. But this limb swapping business is
New to us.
Could this be
unusual.
a psychic effect? Could this be a mental illusion or some kind of?
Oh, not real. Yes. I'm
He's sort of pounding his head like that to try and make his brain come back into order.
I'm
With
clinging
your
to
hand.
the not real factor too.
That's right, yes. Denial's always the best pathway.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it is possible that we're imagining all of this.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, you could try and test that theory out.
I pinch
somehow.
myself like a girl, literally.
Pinch yourself with the flare arm, and
That's
see
right,
if
yeah.
it feels like a flare arm.
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't quite
Yes,
fit.
that's a good idea. Yes. Does it feel like I'm being pinched by a flare? Because she probably does
Yeah.
that fairly frequently. Okay, but
Yep.
do I also wake up from my horrible nightmare like pinching's supposed to do?
No.
And is the pain receptors all still there? So
pain receptors. I pinch.
I pinch Flair's arm on me.
Yeah, Oh yeah, so you feel like you're pinching yourself.
Okay.
So Flay, you don't experience it by some connection.
This
across
isn't
the
some
space.
that's
low
good.
level body swapping. This is some like high. We're not. Yeah, no, we don't. We didn't skimp. Only the best.
All right. So my sight is coming back. I'm looking around. Do I have the location of the crevice where I first encountered these creatures?
Yeah,
can help
you
you
are.
there.
You're still basically where you were when that encounter began. Like you've
Okay.
woken up where you
Where
got
we-
knocked out.
Where we fell.
But the creatures, there's no sign of them. They seem to have left. And also, there's no sign of any of the ciphers that you found.
Bastards! They didn't even mix up our limbs only. They took our
And-
bloody stash as well.
And any ciphers that you were carrying on your person
No!
are also missing.
I've also.
Not fair.
So whatever you had saved up for a rainy day.
What about
You've,
Ben's shovel? Where's his shovel?
Yes, is my shovel
So
there?
yeah, no, anything like a shovel or a fairly
My weapon.
basic kind of weapon that's not a cipher or anything, you still have. But anything of any kind of Numenera value is gone.
Is that almost an insult, Ben? Like the fact they took all the stuff and they didn't take your shovel. Like they didn't respect
no.
the shovel.
My shovel can
So
make
yeah,
a
you
big
still
impact
got
on people.
you still got your weapons and things, but you don't have your ciphers.
I am Underbelly and I will get my things back, you nasty creatures! Where are you?
Well, every adventure has that line where the hero yells out that line everybody remembers. I will get my things back. Solid.
So Derek, you know that Arulians are big fans of ciphers and artifacts. So
Okay.
this is not super surprising to you that they might have taken all your valuables.
Yeah.
And also that potentially the Arulian master had some super powerful artifact that caused the limb swapping business. So, yes, Avakilian, you
Have
came
we
to
been
Luke and ended up being
mugged?
looted.
Our revenge will be
And actually,
ridiculous.
this you could argue this ravine is their home, and you stole from them first. So
No.
Very true.
This is
Kind
the
of
ninth
justice.
generation.
Technicalities.
I'm going to look at where they're connected. What kind of connection is it? Is it a medical connection? Is it a
Yeah.
direct connection? Do we is it what would you say?
We
it
sort of
would
just
look like?
tug,
What-
like an Attack of the Clones.
yeah,
What
no,
does my
it's
necklace
like,
looking through my human eyes, looking at the body of half his arm, look like?
Yeah. Well, if you've seen a skin graft, the skin tone changes, at the shoulder
Yes.
for an arm or the hip for a leg, in a pretty kind of defined line. But it's not like there's stitches or any kind of sign of a join that's obvious. It's quite a kind of
What
Clean.
color is your skin,
switch.
Flair?
Well, my skin is covered by this black
Energy.
nanotech.
Ooh.
But it's gone, is it or not?
I don't know.
Do you have nanotech abilities?
I mean,
now?
I'm full. If you're looking for kind of modifications, I'm like half machine ultimately. It was fully integrated into me. That's the thing. Like up and down my spine, extra support, strength things. Yeah. But so we've been left unharmed.
I'm going to find nanos out of my whatever part of the girl I have on me.
The toe. I've got a left
I
arm.
think Nathan, you've got a leg.
You're on
Yeah.
me, by the way, as well. Sorry. Yes. But you're on me still. Do you want to go back?
Yeah.
Into
Yeah, go
Exy? Okay. I pull
Oh, yeah.
Nathan
no,
off
whatever,
there.
whatever.
It's back.
I just think it'd be
Back
fun.
to Exy. There you go.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So are you gonna stay here? You gonna go back to your ship?
But do I do anything?
What's the
But
Need to fix it. Fix the problem.
Yeah.
Do do I get nano powers? Like, can I sense nanos on the skin on the leg?
Yeah, I guess so. If they're part, are they part of the leg? Like, are they part of your skin, or is it like a suit you're wearing? If it's clothing, then you've kept it, and if it's integrated, then it's gone with the limb.
I think it's. I don't know. I've never had to explain it like this before.
How did you not prepare for this kind of situation? Gary? You lose a limb, it attaches to one of your friends. Does your friends get your abilities?
Exactly right.
Like,
I think, I don't know. I think if it's detached, then it's going to fall off and sort of go into a ball on the floor.
Yeah.
Like my personality right now.
And my sense of self and my sense of accomplishment.
Well, yeah. So you all kind of have. Oh, maybe not Nathan's character, but to some extent,
it's a different
even
feeling.
Nathan's character. Like, you all feel really kind of
Discombobulated?
discombobulated. Good word. I was going to say distraught.
Yes.
That there's this kind of, like, you've got this foreign limb attached to you, and you know, you're missing your own, and you feel
Lovely.
not quite right. And also just the after effects of whatever psychic attack you were under. You've all taken intellect damage. Hang on, how much damage did that do? 5 points of intellect damage.
I'd be on 2.
So that's substantial. So you don't feel, you really don't feel right in the head even still. Like, you've got your senses back, but this is not a happy place to be.
Now, Ben.
Yeah, maybe we'll how long have we been going? Should we take
Ben,
a
I don't
break
mean to.
there?
Yeah, we definitely can. But Ben, I don't mean to be rude.
Yeah.
But you're a big man, right? You're like strong, like super strong, all natural, right? Nothing
And
flowing
I'm
through
tiny.
that blood that's not natural, right?
That's right. Absolutely. My blood is like enhanced.
So like, so those feelings of
So what
like,
happens to a limb if it's not attached to your blood?
or what happens to the blood that goes in that limb that it pumps into another body that isn't maybe ready for that kind of level of strength-inducing vitamin?
Varicose veins, baby.
But I mean,
Spider veins. Spiderweb veins.
Isn't there a bigger problem in that? In that his leg is huge and my leg is tiny.
No,
We're
you
gonna
don't
go
have my
and look at
leg. You've got
medical
my arm.
conditions and what this means.
You've got my arm and Exy's leg. So
Oh.
Exy's probably fairly slim, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm
Who's-
also
have
like
I got both
silver
my
body.
legs?
Yeah, your skin is silver.
Yeah.
So you've got a silver leg.
Well, it's not healthy. It's basically a calf and a necklace, to be honest.
So no one responds to my sort of outrageous cries and suddenly delivers our stuffs back to us or anything.
Yeah, no. I think you might need to find someone
Brains.
to heal you.
To heal us.
In town or something.
Yeah.
God.
Let's go all
then we'll
cyberpunk
be
and go to a
back.
So
we
how
will.
about we take a break, and
Yep.
in the break the party can, return to the ship and figure out what they're going to do.
And if you have any good
Sounds
ideas for
good.
us to do, put it in the chat and we'll come
Yes.
back and we'll
yes.
pick the best.
Because I'm clueless and have an intellect of 2.
Well, yeah, you could probably do some resting to try and restore some of your intellect as well.
Yeah,
Well,
spending more time thinking about it's not really going to help.
All right, guys, we'll see you after this break. We'll be back soon.
All right. Bye.